And I'm even less known than Ed Schultz and Laura Ingram. See, I can say it. I'm an honest guy. The question is, Ed Schultz from wherever he does his talk radio show, I have no idea. But most known on MSNBC and his Ed show, whatever the hell they call it. You know, he was a sportscaster, then he turned into a conservative, then he turned into ultra-progressive. He's now apologizing all over the place for calling another talk radio individual by the name of Laura Ingram a talk slut. This is conservative talker Laura Ingram. Now, the story broke yesterday. The comment was made during a rant on this Ed Schultz radio show. Again, I have no idea where the hell this thing runs. It was made on Tuesday. Here's the audio. Here's how it went down.
We're in this severe weather pattern right now. Rain, severe thunderstorms, winds getting whipped up to tornadoes of horrific proportions, hot weather, all of this stuff. And what are the Republicans thinking about? They're not thinking about their next door neighbor. They're just thinking about how much this is going to cost. President Obama is going to be visiting Joplin, Missouri on Sunday. But you know what they're talking about? Like this right-wing slut, what's her name, Laura Ingram? Yeah, she's a talk slut. You see, she was, back in the day, praising President Reagan when he was drinking a beer overseas, but now that Obama's doing it, they're working him over.
Is that really called for, Ed?
She's a talk slut.
Schultz also, on top of his radio show, is a host, a primetime host on MSNBC, where he can be equally as vile on any given night. Yesterday, he met with the brass at NBC, well aware that the comments that he made on the radio show have gotten some national traction. Not good. He knew it would be a bad reflection upon MSNBC, the cable channel on which he's on. So he unilaterally said, hey, I'll take 1 week off. I'll take a self-imposed suspension with no pay for a week. And I guess the suits at MSNBC, Comcast, accepted his Comcastic offer. So Schultz went off the air for a week on TV, but not before he opened the show last night with a big fat apology, a mea culpa, to Laura Ingram. Here's a little bit of this.
Good evening, Americans, and welcome to the Ed Show from New York tonight. Thomas Roberts will be here tonight anchoring the program, but first I want to take some time to offer an apology. On my radio show yesterday, I used vile and inappropriate language when talking about talk show host Laura Ingram. I am deeply sorry, and I apologize. It was wrong, uncalled for, and I recognize the severity of what I said. I apologize to you, Laura, and ask for your forgiveness. It doesn't matter what the circumstances were. It doesn't matter that it was on radio and I was ad-libbing. None of that matters. None of that matters. What matters is what I said was terribly vile and not of the standards that I or any other person should adhere to. I want all of you to know tonight that I did call Laura Ingram today and did not make contact with her, and I will apologize to her as I did in the message that I left her today. I also met with management here at MSNBC and
blah, blah, blah. Guys make me nauseous. I've heard enough. So he apologized. He walks off. He apologizes to his wife, wonderful woman, blah, blah, blah. So Laura Ingram texts or responds, I guess, on Twitter. 120, what is it, 100, how many characters on Twitter? What do you get? 140 or less, isn't that 140? I was surprised to learn that Ed Schultz actually hosted a radio show. Is it only available online? Second, I have to get back to recording the audio portion of my new book of the I Zing. Now I'm tempted to insert one more additional zing about men who preach civility but practice misogyny. Touche. MSNBC, folks, is packed with misogynists. You have David Schuster's comments on Chelsea Clinton. You've got Chris Matthews, his habitual denigration of Bachmann and Palin, even Hillary. Keith Olbermann. The tweet from Ingram came before Schultz apologized, and she later retweeted with a little short, sweet tweet. Sweet tweet. Apology accepted. Now, I want to be very clear here. There is never any excuse, none whatsoever, to call a woman a slut on national radio or anywhere else for that matter. This is not the first time Ed Schultz has said disgusting, despicable things on the air. I have a little collection, and we'll do some show and tell next. Don't move.
Obama's favorite radio show. Yeah, right. This is The SCHNITT Show.